It is strict calorie restriction, healthier than we ever believed, showing fasting as the key to unlocking rapid and long-term weight loss. So is Mosley right? Have you been dieting all wrong?
How does the 12-hour fasting, does it work for you?
It has worked miracles. I've lost 8 pounds.
A typical day, obviously 12 hours fasting, I know that part, but what do you eat when you can't eat?
First thing I do is I'll cut up half an avocado on toast. I'll serve myself a cup of coffee.
It's like they all do it. Abel actually was promoting it.
On the wild diet, you can drink coffee.
11 o'clock, I'll have my green juice and a handful of nuts. And for lunch, what I'll do is I'll roast some Brussels sprouts with a half an apple or a full apple, a spoonful of almond butter. Dinner, I'll have half a plate of non-starchy vegetables with some quinoa and chicken.
So it's a lot of food, actually.
Is I'll roast some and a handful
It's another case of a low-carber who can't pay attention.
I'll serve myself a cup of coffee.
Then there's the bulletproof diet. The diet's, again, low-carb, but it's all about the coffee.
On the wild diet, you can drink coffee.
And what's irritating, I just don't...
You can drink coffee. Coffee, coffee, coffee.
So 5 days you eat normal, 2 days you fast.
You can do consecutive days, Monday, Tuesday. I chose Mondays and Thursdays. Not really fasting. What you're doing is just cutting your calories down. I cut them down to a quarter, so around 600, and you do that 2 days a week. The great thing about it, you're only dieting for 2 days a week.
Hey everybody, this is me today. Now between this video and my video from yesterday about the same topic, you might get the impression that I'm against fasting or intermittent fasting. But that's not really the case. When I first started studying about diet and health in the early 90s, I did a fair amount of reading about fasting. That's the pioneer of the current health movement, which started in the early 1900s, here in California, as a matter of fact. Well, Paul Bragg actually promotes actual fasting, zero food, and that's good for cleansing, of course. There was a time back in the 1900s when doctors didn't even believe that. But what Dr. Mosley is talking about is not fasting, as he says here in this video. It's just reducing your calories to 1/4. And like you just heard him say, it's only for 2 days of the week. Now, my issue here is, if it's only for 2 days, what he calls dieting for only 2 days a week, well, how does it work so well? And so fast, like he says. This is what I don't know, and no one's saying how it works.
And I'm going to talk, if I can, with you about 3 arguments you've picked with the medical establishment.
Yep.
3 areas where you just think we don't have it right with dieting. And we've actually talked about it on the show. Fruit's good for you, right? Y'all think anyway. I do too. Carbs might actually promote cancer. You eat a low-carb diet to lose weight, but what do you do when it causes chronic constipation? We don't learn about this in medical school. When you actually have a personal problem, you become the world expert.
I swapped, whole wheat bread for white bread. I brought my levels down to a 5.3.
Just with diet?
Yeah.
And flour, in fact, is worse than table sugar.
Could carbs cause lung cancer? A Dr. Oz investigation. Lung cancer.
Are you kidding?
Lung cancer.
Are you kidding?
This is a part that's perplexing to me. Specific foods, because they tend to change your body and trick your body.
Sounds too good to be true.
This is a huge breakthrough because fundamentally, what does this high glycemic mean? So sugar and soda is an example, but I'm going to pick a pretty confusing one for a lot of people. There is a ton of misperception.
You can eat what you want. They actually stick to eating pretty healthily.
Well, first of all, I doubt this. One of the main reasons we have a weight crisis is because people don't eat healthfully. These are the people with the weight problem. And what's his definition of continuing to eat healthy? Is that diet that we just saw there healthy? Post your comments below. What's the problem here? It's almost vegetarian there. And it's all whole foods, so is this really a problem?
How is it possible we get a free ride on some foods?
Well, because they work with your natural biology. Every cell in your body has burners in it. Sweet potatoes, perfectly fine. I really think we've been focusing on all the wrong things.
So there we just heard from Dr. Bernard, that's one doctor. We've been hearing from Dr. Oz all over the place, Dr. Mosley, and there was a little of Abel. I don't think he's a doctor, but I'm sure he's listened to plenty of doctors like Dr. Axe and Dr. Stroke from the doctors. So what's the consensus here? Dr. Oz on this show said that a lot of experts, MDs, and nutritionists and such, are singing the praises of this fast diet, and also even the keto diet, focusing on all the benefits, not just weight loss, but general health benefits. So unless we're missing something here, I'd say this could be the big solution we've been waiting for. And soon, it looks like people are going to be slimming down, and this crisis will finally be over. But I want to know what you think. Thumbs up or thumbs down. And I'm going to keep watching Dr. Oz, and I'll keep on reporting to you about the show.
Give your cup of Joe a jolt. The healthy coffee you should be drinking.
That's coming up.